Good evening, good evening, good evening. Or shall I say good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, this is my 27th time making this video. This is going to be the final one. This is what it is. Y'all get what it get and do what it do. Okay, first of all, I would like to say rest in peace to George Floyd. And prayers out to his family and loved ones. You know, I am just amazed at how on YouTube people find all kind of shit to giggle and kiki about. So today's kiki was, what would you have done if you were there? Okay. You know, people were like, you should have ran a play. You should have threw a rock. You should have kicked somebody in the back of the head. They were also dragging the videographers for saying that, oh, they too, you know, that's what they do. They just stand and they videotape. Mind you, the police are already there, right? Who they calling? I'll wait. Yeah. See, we don't ask the questions that are right in your face. Who are they calling? The police are already there. Who are they calling? Oh, okay. Yeah. Right. So, what would you have really done if you were there? At the end of the day, these are government-appointed officials. Okay. Assailants, assassins, whatever the fuck you want to call them. They work for the government. They have it written down in the laws that they have the right to murder people. So what would you really have done? Nobody wakes up in the morning and plans on being murdered by the police, and nobody plans on witnessing that bullshit. If you have never been in a situation like that, please believe me, you don't know what you would have done. Like, it's reality. It is not TV. Bullets don't bounce off walls and off people. Like, your ass get hit, you going down, you know? You might die. Yes, that's the reality. You might die. So what would you have done? You know, I mean, I come from a place called a village. You know, they labeled me a savage early on, and it's all good, you know? Luckily, I learned how to move between both worlds. But where I come from, they rioted on the police. They didn't play that shit. The police didn't come through there until shit was over, okay? You can call 911, but they ain't coming until it's over. That's just what it is. You know, the people ran the town. They ran their city, their little city, their village. It was our village. It is what it is. Would I have fought? Probably, you know. Like I said, I witnessed them riot one year, and I have the fight in me, but I don't live in Minnesota. In Minnesota, they have had 11 incidents in 10 years. Philando Castile was murdered a county over from where George was killed. So those people have a different kind of fear instilled in them. If you see this consistently happening and nobody is doing shit about it, wouldn't you be afraid? It is what it is. You would be totally afraid. You wouldn't even want to breathe around a police officer. I mean, hell, I avoid the police. I don't want to deal with them. I don't want no issues. Like, you know, I avoid their asses. I don't speed. I make sure my paperwork is in order. You got to do what you got to do because shit can go left quick. Nobody plans this shit, you know? Nobody plans it. But also, I was on Tommy Sotomayor's page, and they was kikiing over there about what they would do situation too. But what I found hilarious was this. Tommy, wasn't you the same Negro who was in New York and some dude rolled up on you and slapped the shit out of you and you didn't fight back? And you going to tell me that you would have jumped on the police, a government-appointed official with a gun? I don't think so. Anyway, yeah, so y'all be careful who y'all listening to and who y'all following. A lot of people are just giving lip service. I'm telling you, they're not going to do shit. Because if somebody slapped your ass and you didn't respond, I know damn well you ain't jumping into no police battle. I know you ain't going into a gun battle with nothing. That's just not going to happen. Originally, the police told a different story to the family of Mr. Floyd. And the truth did not come out until that civilian videotape surfaced. Thank God for civilian videotape, all right? You know, in the Ahmaud Arbery case, no movement happened until that video surfaced. And the crazy thing about that is those were not even police. See, it's just where you live. It's just the governor, the governor, the mayor. This is why I'm telling you, your vote matters. You cannot allow these type of people to be in power in your city. You got to get their asses out of there. Step up and you run. You'd be surprised at how many of y'all could win in office. Real shit. And that's what needs to happen. So, you know, without video, where would these cases be? And that's crazy because even with the video from the Floyd case, these officers are still home having dinner. And from my understanding, people are out in the streets rioting and tearing up their neighborhoods. And I don't know why. I don't know why. We're angry, yes, but we need movements to be made. I mean, if y'all was, what are you rioting about? Y'all just want to be assholes at this point because it's unnecessary. You're not proving any point. You're not helping any situation. Instead of rioting, what y'all should have done was found out where the knee bender lives and took your asses down there and fucked him up, okay? That's what you should have done. If you want to get aggressive with somebody, that's when you get aggressive with the person who did the shit. I don't know how tearing up your neighborhood is beneficial to you. That shit makes no sense. We need to keep things in perspective, okay? That is not helping you or anyone else. So the people who videoed these incidents, the person who videoed Ahmaud's attack, the people were feeling like he wasn't guilty. I don't know how he could not be guilty when he videotaped the whole thing. He was there the whole time. He didn't stop it. He didn't call the police. Now, he didn't call the police. He didn't call anybody for help. So, yes, his ass is guilty. And yes, he should be charged. Along with the perpetrator's sister who posted Ahmaud Arbery's dead body on her Instagram page. Yeah, that bitch, she should be charged too. I want to see her in jail for 6 months as well, just for being a cold-hearted whore, okay? And people are like, well, she didn't do anything wrong. Excuse me? Ahmaud didn't do anything wrong. Now, what I am going to say about that is this, people. Don't go where you're not welcomed. I don't want to break bread with near motherfucker who don't want to break bread with me. If you know the people racist, don't take your ass over there. It's no point to prove. Why do you care? Don't do it. Your life is in danger. You know? The head person at the White House, Trap House, Crack House has already told the police officers, you know, when you're arresting them, rough them up a little bit and bang their head against the police car. That's what the leader, the head one in charge. I saw him say that on CNN. I listened to him. I watched him. So this is not third-hand information, second-hand information. I saw this for myself. So he doesn't care about us. He doesn't care about anyone who's not a non-white male, all right? That's the reality of the world that we live in now. We have watered down racism. A lot of you are not being honest with your children. Y'all think that racism, because I hear people saying racism doesn't exist. What fucking planet do y'all live on? You just could tune shit out, I guess, but that's not real. You don't tell your children that the same rules don't apply to them that apply to other people. A lot of y'all got your children living on fantasy fucking island. When the reality is that this can happen to any one of us. We are all in danger. Okay? You wake up in the morning in this skin, you're in danger. Your children wake up in the morning in the skin, you're in danger. It doesn't matter if you're a black American or not. If your skin resembles this, it doesn't matter where the fuck you come from in the world. You're in danger, and we already know this. So I'm not saying anything that is new, but some of you will be offended by that. And it's black people who get offended by that. Y'all don't want to hear the truth because racism is painful. Racism hurts. But it's a reality. This is where we live today. The head person down at the White House, Crack House, Trap House has set us back to 1930. Because how was it okay for that police officer to put his knee on that man's neck and murder him downtown in the middle of the day in front of all those people? He was leaning on him like he was an elephant that he hunted out in Africa. And you know those big game hunters, when they take those pictures and they post online and all the animal rights activists go fucking crazy because it's unheard of, it's disgusting, it shouldn't happen, and it definitely shouldn't be happening to a human being, okay? But that's exactly what that reminded me of. So the people who videotaped the Ahmaud murder, yes, that man is guilty. The people who videotaped the Floyd murder, I don't hold them responsible in any way because the police were already there. And like I said, who the fuck were they going to call? The police were already there. Okay? So either that, it was do or die, you know, and I'm not mad at anybody for not choosing to be shot dead by the police. Or by anybody for that matter, because that was just crazy. I mean, that right there, the people who watch that need therapy. And that includes the people who watched it at home. You need therapy too. That affects you mentally. Should you be afraid? You should be concerned. Things are at an all-time high right now. And this is why I keep stressing to y'all the power in the vote locally. We need to vote. We got to get these people out of there because this is going to continue to happen. And these people are not being arrested. So let's get on over to Central Park Amy Cooper. So as y'all know, Amy Cooper is the raggedy bitch who was in Central Park and called the police on that black man pretending that he was trying to hurt her and kill her because he asked her to put her dog on a leash. Shout out to Amy Cooper's dog walkers who turned her in. Thank you. Kudos to you guys. The white people, that's what we need. We need y'all to hold your people accountable. Stop looking the other way. We need your assistance. Not so much your suggestions, but definitely your assistance as far as controlling your damn people and getting them in line. So I'm going to say something, and I'm pretty sure that y'all are going to be like, you're fucked up, D. And it's going to sound fucked up to you. And I'm not one of those people who are like, if you don't like what I say, you can leave. No, if you don't like what I say, I want you to stay the fuck here and listen. Okay? Because it is what it is. Hate me for a real reason when you're done. All right? So, Amy's dog walkers turned her ass in, and that night, Amy's dog was returned to the dog shelter. They made her turn that dog in, and Amy lost her fucking job. And people had the nerve to be feeling bad for Amy, right? Why? That Amy could have got that man killed in the park, okay? Amy didn't give a shit about him. Amy said that he was trying to hurt her. They could have came near guns a-blazing and murdered him had he been there when the police arrived. The news media made it a point to say that the man was a Harvard graduate. True indeed, he was a Harvard graduate. That's great, but it doesn't matter to me. The point is that he's a human being, and everybody deserves respect. Rich, poor, healthy, sick, doesn't matter. Everybody deserves respect. So Amy was out of line either fucking way. So, but the reality is that people were like, good for Amy. Some people was like, oh, they felt bad. That was too harsh. But other people were like, good for Amy. That's what she gets, for calling the police on that black man. But I want to put y'all on the motherfucking game right here, right now, okay? Because y'all don't ever see shit for what it really is. And that's why I'm considered mean and evil and all that good shit. I'll take it. A savage, bitch. I'm a savage. Because the reality is that Amy did not lose her job over that black man. Amy lost her job because she choked that motherfucking dog. Amy was holding that dog by the neck in that video. Those animal rights people wasn't having that shit. That bitch definitely better had returned that dog that night or they was coming to her apartment to get that fucking dog. Believe that. And yes, Amy lost her job over choking that goddamn dog. It had nothing to do with that black man. You heard? I said it. Believe it. Think about it. Think about it. Dog removed, Amy's lost her job, but them police is still free. They still talking about what kind of charges to put on them motherfuckers. But you get caught with a bag of weed and a pistol right now, you gonna need bond money and call your mom and them to come and get you. You might have to spend a few days, you never know. Depending. But these people have committed murders and they are at home with their families chilling. They're thinking about what charges to press, if any at all. The police who killed Philando Castillo never did a day in jail. The police who killed Breonna Taylor have not been charged. The people who killed Ahmaud Arbery have only been charged because the people put the pressure on them after the video surfaced. So you can't possibly tell me that y'all believe that fucking Amy Cooper was fired because of what she did to that black man. Amy Cooper's ass was fired because of what she did to that dog. Next up, I know some of y'all love this man to death. I know. And like I said, if I'm pissing you off, please stay. See, what I want to know. See, I know you're gonna feel like, D, this ain't got shit to do with that. All right. But in my mind it does. So just hear me out. Correct me if I'm wrong. And tell me if you've ever thought about this shit yourself. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan don't never have shit to say. Is it just me? How is that? How is it that the black community invests so much into him? Y'all buy his sneakers. I don't own a near pair, but, people buy his sneakers. Michael Jordan had a release date on sneakers in the middle of the pandemic. Yes, he did last month, y'all. I saw the people down in Atlanta at the mall with no mask and nothing on, okay? Yes, I saw it. He released some sneakers anyway in the middle of fucking COVID-19. He didn't give a shit about y'all, but he released some sneakers so y'all can get out there and get him that money. But he never has anything to say about police brutality, about black issues. I never hear him say a fucking word, all right? I want to know, does Michael Jordan have the right to remain silent? Number one. But the big question I have, and I know this is going to seem totally unrelated to y'all. So at first, I just need y'all to marinate on the fucking question. How many black men are murdered wearing Jordans? Whether it be by the police or anyone. How many black men are murdered wearing Jordans? Does Michael Jordan have the right to remain silent? I'll wait. We don't never hear from him about shit. Why is that? He has a voice. White people would even actually probably listen to his ass because they like him because he's an athlete. But how many of our brothers that die in the street are fucking wearing Jordans? Like, doesn't he have some kind of social responsibility to the community to do something, to say something? Are there Michael Jordan community centers in your area? I don't know. Does he have the right to remain silent? Considering all we do for him, well, not we, y'all, the way people love and praise him and he's the greatest and y'all love these sneakers and you spend all this money on these sneakers and you risk your life for these sneakers, does he have the right to remain silent? And how many black men are murdered wearing Jordans? Not because of Jordans, but just because, like, they're wearing them, like there's some kind of significance in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, in our community, Jordan is important, but are we important to Jordan? I don't know. Let me know. I know it wasn't kind of, but y'all get what I'm saying. Let me know. Deuces.